Our first dish today is chicken biryani. So the first thing that you do is you take 2 spoonfuls of vegetable oil and you're going to put them in a pan like this one on medium heat. So now the oil is crackling. So now we can add the ginger and the garlic. You're gonna want to make sure that you're mixing it often so that it doesn't burn or stick to the bottom of the pan. And now add the onions. And this is 2 large chopped onions. And you want to be careful when you're doing this because it does butter and the oil is very hot. And our golden brown. You're going to want to add the tomatoes, and you might want to turn the heat down and be careful when you're turning them so you don't smush the tomatoes. And after 5 minutes we're going to add the chicken. So the chicken I've cut into pieces about this big and washed it, and it's all ready to go in after 5 minutes. And I've also took 3 cups of rice and washed it really good, and then I'm boiling them in water right now. It's on medium heat, and I'm going to take them out after they're about 3/4 of the way cooked, because then they're going to cook the rest of the way in the oven. Before you put the chicken in, you're going to want to add the spices. And these are just some of them. So we have red chili powder, turmeric, red and black pepper, and so these are here. And then you're also going to want to put a spoon of Sean's Bombay biryani mix, and that's going to add that little zest to it. Now this is cooking well, and in a few minutes I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken. And after I add the chicken, I'm going to add the potatoes, and you need 2 large potatoes. So after you put in the chicken and all the spices, you're going to want to add 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. And you can either add the yogurt before or after you add in the potatoes. And then we're just going to mix it. And this is what it looks like before you add in the potatoes. And the rice is still boiling. And remember to keep them on low to medium-low heat so they don't burn. Once the yogurt has simmered in with all the rest of the spices and chicken and onions, you're going to go ahead and add the potatoes slowly. Alright. And the rice was done after about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I drained it. And this is what it looks like. So it should look like this. So it's not all the way cooked, but close to being done. And you just want to make sure all the water is out. So after you put everything into the chicken mixture, you're going to want to wait a little while for it to dry out so it's not so watery. Then what you're going to do is that you're going to take one of these foil tin pans like this one, and you're going to want to layer rice, then the chicken mixture, then rice, then the chicken mixture. Then you're going to take some semi-wet paper towels and put them on top so that the moisture stays inside when you put it in the oven. After you put the paper towels on top of the mixture, you're going to cover the top of the pan with foil, and then you're going to put it into the oven at 450 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour. So after you take it out of the oven, remove the foil and remove this, you're going to see this is what it's going to look like. And then you just serve it. You might want to let it cool down a little bit before you serve it. And it can be served with yogurt to dim the spices a little bit in it so it's not as spicy. You mix the layers of rice and meat together with a soft hand so that they don't fall apart. And then it'll look like that. Chicken biryani. Paneer pakode. Okay, so in this bowl right here, I mixed together gram flour, yogurt, and all the spices that I have listed in my ingredients list. And this is basically what we're going to dip these pieces of cheese into, Indian cheese. You want them about this thick. And dip these in here, lightly coated. And then I have oil here. Then we're going to put them into the oil until they're brown, you know, a nice looking brownish color. So this mixture is all mixed up now. And I'm going to take the piece of cheese and just coat it lightly with the mixture. And then we're going to drop it into this lightly. Yep. Grab it. And then you're going to want to turn it so that both sides get cooked equally. Remember to keep the heat on low to medium-low heat. Do not keep it on high heat because otherwise only the outsides will cook and the insides will not cook and they will still be raw. And also remember to make sure that you're flipping the pakoras frequently so that both sides are cooked equally and the insides are not raw. And they should look this color when you're taking them out of the oil. So they shouldn't be too dark and not too light. Here. So I put 4 cups of 2% milk in the pan like this one, and it's on low heat. And I've also washed 2 fistfuls of basmati rice. And now I'm just gonna add the rice to here. And I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let the rice cook in the milk for about a half an hour. Remember to stir the rice occasionally so that it does not stick to the bottom of the pan. In the meantime, while the rice is cooking, I'm going to peel and crush 6 to 8 of these cardamom seeds. And then I'm also going to take a handful of almonds and cut them into very thin slices. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the almonds and add 4 to 5 saffron seeds. And this is just to add an extra flavor. And don't add too much, otherwise the cure will become bitter. And after this, you can add sugar to taste, and then the cure is all ready.